Tonight, someone you know is going to die. Not tonight specifically, but sometime. And when it happens, you will feel something ancient rise up inside you that you cannot name and cannot stop. You will cry at a funeral you did not expect to cry at. You will keep their phone number in your contacts for months. You will talk to them in your head, in the dark, when no one is listening. None of this is weakness. What you are doing is the oldest thing a human being has ever done. And the story of how it began is far stranger than you think. Go back 200,000 years. A creature that looked almost exactly like you was standing over a body. Someone from their group. Someone who had eaten beside them, slept near them, kept them company in the dark. And that creature did not walk away. Anthropologist Paul Pettit has spent decades studying what early humans actually did with their dead. The earliest evidence of intentional burial goes back at least 100,000 years. Bodies placed on their sides, knees drawn up toward the chest as if sleeping, ochre powder dusted across the bones, objects placed nearby, tools, shells, stones. These were not accidents. These were choices. But why? Why would a creature whose entire world was survival spend time and energy doing this? Researcher Penny Spickens at the University of York argues that mortuary behavior is not a byproduct of intelligence, it is evidence of something deeper. Social bonding so intense that the brain cannot process death as an ending. The bond does not break when the body stops. Something in the circuitry keeps reaching. Psychologist Matthew Lieberman at UCLA has shown through brain imaging that the same neural regions activated by physical pain are activated by social loss. It is not a metaphor when grief feels like something is tearing inside you. Your brain genuinely reads it as damage. Your ancestors felt this too, and burial was one of the first ways they tried to do something about it. At Shanidar Cave in Iraq, archaeologist Ralph Selecki discovered a Neanderthal burial with unusually high concentrations of flower pollen around the body. Yarrow, grape hyacinth, groundsel. The suggestion was startling. Grief did not begin with modern humans. The impulse to place something beautiful beside the dead is older than your species by tens of thousands of years. Think about the rituals you participate in without thinking too hard about why. The gathering of people, the telling of stories, the food, the crying again just when you thought you were finished. Anthropologists David Metcalf and Richard Huntington documented how virtually every human society that has ever existed developed formal practices around death. Not the same practices, but the same structural need, a ritual container for the uncontainable, because the human brain does not process the end of a relationship the way it processes the end of other things. It keeps modeling the person, keeps simulating what they would say. Grief researchers call this continuing bonds theory. You do not move on from the dead. You renegotiate your relationship with them. Your ancestors understood this without ever having the language for it. The flowers at Shanidar, the ochre-dusted bones in Morocco, the carefully curled body in Israel, and you holding a phone in the dark, scrolling to a name you are not ready to delete. It is the same gesture, all the way down. You did not invent grief. Grief invented you.